Welcome back to Northeast Current on the ION Network. I'm Holly Golembeski, and we're talking about Lions Club International today. District 14W District Governor Andy Piskel is with us, as well as past District Governor Eileen Urish. She was the governor in 2011, and that's a hefty job. We were talking about that. My goodness, these are two really good people that are here right now. They have hearts of gold to give all the time and work at the same time,
Yes.
give all the time that they do to the Lions Club and their communities. One thing that I didn't mention in the first segment that I want to talk about a little bit, and maybe District Governor Andy can talk about, the United Nations and the Lions Clubs Association with that.
Yes. Back in 1965, I believe. 1965, when the United Nations, they're not 45, I'm sorry.
45.
1945, when the United Nations was forming their charter. Lions International was the only non-governmental group that was invited to help draw up the United Nations Charter. And they've been instrumental in the United Nations ever since. And that's one of the reasons Lions has become worldwide in its mission of preventing blindness.
And in 1957, Lions International reached out to the young people in the community, younger meaning school-aged. How did they do that?
They went out to school children in the high schools mainly, and they started forming what they would call Leo clubs, which were students of the high school that were interested in doing some kind of community service in their areas. And they had mentors from local Lions clubs to oversee everything, and they also needed an advisor from the school, usually a teacher or something like that. They got together and formed these Leo clubs, and they do little projects throughout the town. And one thing you were mentioned earlier about the website, if you go on the website in lionsclubs.org, there are lots of videos of Leos around the world and things that they do for people worldwide. Backpacks for kids to go to school. There was a recent video that came out where a Leo club actually went out, raised money to buy necessary backpacks, necessary school supplies, and shipped them off to third world countries where these projects, these things are not available for kids to in school. And it was really pretty cool. It was an awesome thing to see that young kids who usually get a bad rap, doing something nice for the community and for the world.
Right, and they give of their time.
Yes.
And they're wonderful. I know in DuPont, one thing that's become a tradition with our club is on Halloween. You were saying on Halloween that you guys do that trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat.
It's cute. We do a hot chocolate stand, and we have a couple of them in our community, and the Leo Club this year helped out with us, and the Leo Club at Pittston Area High School is huge.
Yes, it is.
And I have to say, Anne-Marie Paddock does it in DuPont. She's amazing, and
Very good with them.
she's great with them.
Yes, she
And
is
they
good.
are just, they're amazing. So it's a great start to get them into being Lions members someday. One thing that I did want to talk about, because I told you my father's been a member such a long time. When I was a little girl, my dad would talk about going to the iBank meetings. And as a little girl, all I can imagine was a bank with eyes in a vault. And that's all I would think about was, wow, he's going to an iBank meeting. But that is, like District Governor said on the break, that's your baby, Eileen. You're the chairperson of the Upper Valley iBank, and you're a board person of the Northeast
Northeast Pennsylvania Lions iBank.
That's it, iBank. I can't understand my own writing. But tell us a little bit about the iBank and what it actually does.
Well, the Upper Valley iBank, we meet monthly, and different clubs will host the meeting. And our purpose is to collect glasses because, as you know, they're sent all over the world to people in need. Third world countries, the United States, all over the world, these glasses are sent. And another thing we do is we try to get people to sign to become cornea donors upon their death. So that's what we're always trying to do, get cornea pledges. And we have people we have a man who is a chairperson of this, so he tries to get, a cornea donation from donors rather, and pledges. And this is what we do. That's our main purpose of the Upper Valley iBank, to collect glasses and to get cornea pledges. And the most important thing about anyone who's going to become a cornea donor upon their death, you please let your next of kin know, because they can't do anything with organs without permission. Even though you sign your card or on your driver's license, your next of kin has to know that you are a donor.
And that is something that I don't think a lot of people realize, that if their driver's license says organ donor like mine does, if
Yes.
my next of kin didn't know my wishes,
Yes.
then, and they didn't want that to happen, then it wouldn't, unfortunately. So, yeah, and cornea transplants is something that the Lions Club has been getting into with the research and technology.
Yes, yes.
And I'm not sure where I saw this video, but they actually transplanted a cornea into a younger person, and they put the video on them for the first time that they ever saw.
See that? Yes.
And that's what we do. That's what we strive for, is helping people like that. And, you know,
They've given a cornea to a baby as young as 3 years old already has received corneas.
Wow.
Yes.
and I think something else that we need to mention is it doesn't matter how old you are.
No, well,
you
up to
know.
75.
And then they use them
After that for research.
for research.
Yes.
So still, it's still
Yes.
worthwhile.
Yes. We need the corneas for research
Mhm.
if they're not able to be given to someone.
Right. And, you know, the Lions Club has done so much and so good for so many.
Mhm.
And the volunteering is caring for the environment, feeding the hungry, aiding disabled seniors. And really, I mean, we do a lot of that. And lionsclubs.org has a lot of that information. And like District Governor Andy said, videos of younger people, and it's just an incredible organization. What would you say, District Governor Andy, to somebody that's sitting on the fence right now saying, hey, this sounds like a great organization. Do I really want to get involved in this?
If someone's sitting on the fence, my advice would be to contact your local Lions Club. If you do not know someone in the Lions Club, you can usually go to your Chamber of Commerce, and most of them would have a listing of who's who, like who the president or secretaries are, and they will direct you to the people to get in touch with. And you call them, and in fact, that's the way I got one of my members in our club 2 years ago. He called the Chamber of Commerce. He was looking for to do some community service. He had heard about the Lions, and he contacted me, and we signed him up, and he's been gung-ho ever since. And he's been a great help to our club, and he's a young guy. He's in his early 30s, and he's a dynamo, and we love him. And we just as far as you talking about young people, our immediate past president from our local Lions Club, Hazel Lions Club, is 24 years old. She was president from her age, we were a 2-year term, and she was president from the time she was 22 to the time she was 24 years old.
Wow.
So, you know, the age limit, you know, you don't have to be 90 years old to be a Lion.
Right, right.
Because, you know, that's the misconception.
It is.
You know, you have a lot of misconception that Lions are old guys that just sit around and have dinner. That's not the case. Lions
Right.
are people of all ages getting together and doing community work.
Right, and that's a perfect way to sum this program up. If you'd like to become a member, lionsclubs.org is where you need to go, or like District Governor Andy said, to your local Chamber of Commerce. They can hook you up with your local Lions Club that definitely needs your membership, your help, and giving back to your community is definitely something that you really should consider doing. For Northeast Current, I want to thank District Governor Andy Piskel for being with us of the Lions Club, and past District Governor Eileen Urish. For Northeast Current on the ION Network, we'll be right back after these messages.